people, YouTube world and Twitch. I am playing some sort of like what I would call old school Jeskai Ascendancy. So this doesn't have the new Emery and a bunch of artifacts and paradoxical outcome, whichever that card's called. It's just an old school like player birds make a Jeskai Ascendancy. So I'm just going to run it in a league and see what happens. I've played this sort of variant quite a bit in the past. It was pretty good when Treasure Cruise was legal. I think it was the best deck in the format for like a week or two. But I found a list from let's give the proper shout outs here. I found a list from, let's have a peek. Kitty Man. Yeah, Kitty Man. He 5-0'd at Modern League with this list, and as you can see, it comes in at a lovely 71.2 ticks online. It's a fair bit pricier in paper, but we'll wrap up at the end and see if we can bring that down a touch. So this hand's probably not good enough, is my gut instinct. You can dig a little bit, and you do have this so that, like, if you went turn 1 nothing, turn 2 nothing, turn 3, Jeskai Ascendancy, you still can't combo because your gut shot's gonna not get you this into your graveyard quick enough. So I think this is a mulligan, but it's pretty close. But I'm gonna mull. If one of those great shots was gut shots was an actual card I'd keep, and like this is basically the same hand, but I don't want to go any lower. It was close, and that was a 7, so I think we'll keep on the 6 because the lower we go, the worse we get. So I'm going to lead on this. Mana base is really painful, but I think it's with the theory that it just won't matter. Take peek there. This is just like a draw card. You know, both of these just draw a card, but this one's better mid combo because you untap a mana dork, it adds mana. This is better, like just to check the coast is clear, basically, know what you're up against. This doesn't seem great. This probably looked like Storm, and now he's sort of thinking, we're not against Storm. So we have not a lot to go at here, I would have said. Peak's gone. Makes sense. It's the best card in the hand. We play the Waterlogged Grove and the Coated. I think this is like the best draw in the deck at this stage. And if we were to draw Jeskai Ascendancy now, that would be like runner, best 2 cards in the deck. But I'm not optimistic. But if we manage to do that, then we probably win. Our Grove? No. Okay. Well, I think it's right just to fire this off anyway. It was right to fire that off anyway. I think our list has a basic. No, it doesn't have a basic planes. Okay. Well, I'm going to go white, green, this. Take Jeskai Ascendancy, play this, say go. So the odds are they have a fetch land, which should make this 4 damage, and they have Stubborn Denial, which should be a hard counter for this. If those 2 things are true, then we've pretty much lost this game. But let's see. Let's get the Temple Garden. Let's get Temple Garden and just see whether we got a chance. If this sticks, then yeah, there's every chance that we can. Oh, Jesus. So we tap out, we go to 10. And they've got 8 power on the board. we're probably dead. But let's just play this out because I believe they have stubborn denial, and then play this. If we untap with this, it's actually pretty good. We can tap down the guys, and it's a combo guy, and if they kill it, it'll come back. So they have dismember, so yeah, we're just dead. Okay, well, I would imagine this is a pretty bad matchup anyway, so I'm not too concerned that we just lost that. But there are some cards that are pretty useful, so like all of these are pretty useful. It might be that we just don't want Glittering Wish. That's quite funny. Flesh actually can be the Death Shadow and give +13/+13 to a creature. So I'm gonna I think I'm just gonna board out the wishes and bring in the Flesh Blood, which I think is mostly wrong, but the idea is that this is a bit clunky against the Stubborn Denial deck, so, and I think I'm just going to trim on a few of these kind of what I would consider the worst cantrips. So I probably want Gutshot over Lightning Bolt, in all honesty. Like, Lightning Bolt isn't ever going to kill the opponent. And Gutshot does work better with Light Up the stage, but it also works better mid-combo. Also works better with Young Pyromancer. So yeah, let's try that. Maybe a Wisp instead of that. We don't really have 2 life to burn all of the time. I'll try something like this. It's probably wrong to board out Glittering Wish, because you've only got 4 Jeskai Ascendancy instead of 7. But we saw in that game, like, as soon as I had Glittering Wish, that was just like a turn that I took off that maybe I shouldn't. Maybe I should have played the Fate Stitcher before then. It sounds great. I'll keep this. I'm just gonna like hope and pray that the that they lead on like a bolt rather than a Thoughtseize. I'd like to resolve this onto. It'd actually be really sweet if they just played nothing, but I find that hard to believe. Yeah, I'm asking a little much for them to not have any interaction on turn 1. But you know, they could just be on like Opt. If that's the case, so they're trying to get info. I think there's a discard spell coming, because they targeted me. Just remember this. Okay, well, that's a good start. Okay. This is pretty tricky, because I'm definitely playing one of these 2 creatures, but if I knew they had a discard spell, it would be correct to play the Pyromancer. If I knew they had a removal spell, it would be correct to play the Coyoted. I'm going to play this. I don't know. Something just tells me that if they had a discard spell, it's better to fire that off than kill the birds. But that was completely wrong logic, so oh well. We still have good cards. Like, the main reason I played this was because I need the mana for all these other cards, so I just had more chance of this doing something good, basically. Oh, they took the Fiery Justice, so they definitely are on a Death Shadow hand. And my guess is, if they are that aggressive with this, they're not bothered about the 1/1s. If they're not bothered about the 1/1s, it's because they have detention through the breach. That'd be my guess. They're going to try and kill me next turn, potentially. Anyway, we're going to just... We could peek and see if they have through the breach, but actually, it doesn't really change anything. I can't do anything about it. So let's just try and set up our draw for next turn. She's the best cantrip. The reason I played Sleight of Hand over these 2 was that it gives me the most chance to actually find a land to play the second cantrip, so I'm going to leave that on top. Because it's another 4 power next turn with the 2 cantrips that are in my hand and the pyromancer, so they're going to go down to 4, make a 9/9. That would be 18. I think they have through the breach, but I'm not going to try and play around it because like trip blocking here would have put me on 1. And like, what am I hoping to achieve? Because I trip block, they just don't cast this, and then next turn I have the exact same problem, except now, yeah, I guess I trip block, I have the exact same problem, except I get to draw 2 more cards with these. Maybe you can get out of it, but everything they did in that game, like Thoughtseize away the Fiery Justice and not the young Pyromancer, and the fact that they killed the birds to sort of prevent me getting on the board rather than Thoughtseizing off the bat, I think they were always setting up for a quick kill. They did just kill me on turn 3 with a Dismember and a Thoughtseize, so that's kind of bonkers. But they did show me that that's what they were going to do, and maybe I should have triple blocked there. Maybe I should have peeked to make sure that that's what I needed to do, but I don't know. It's a tricky spot to be in. Okay. Well, this hand's good. It's got a Dark and it's got a Jeskai Ascendancy. So we pretty close to a turn 3 kill here. We'll land off of a turn 3 kill, to be precise. Windswept Heath, pass. Devoted Druid, perhaps. Soul Herder would be my second bet. This is Soul Herder, which I would think is kind of favourable as long as we can get the Jeskai Ascendancy to resolve. So we just need to fade, like, what's the card called? Force of Negation. So don't really have any other counter magic. And then they might path this, but we can loop into Fate Stitches quite easily. Yeah, so there's the first one. And that's actually a good thing. Like, if they'd have held that for Jeskai Ascendancy, then this Glittering Wish would have had no target. So that's worked pretty well. They're down a card as well. Obviously they're up a card again here, but so they Soul Herder. We just get a tap land. So I can now cast Glittering Wish and Peak, perhaps. I don't know why they wouldn't just do a damage there. This is going to be untapped anyway because they're flickering it, so I don't understand not just doing a damage there. Right, I'm just going to try and resolve this, because once it's in play, it's actually pretty hard for them to remove. We can't combo here, but, and again, if they, yeah, okay. It was very unlikely that they had double Force of Negation by turn 3. So I don't know Soul Herder lists, like, off the back of my hand, but I don't think they main deck Knight of Autumn. They may do, and then I might be very sad. I'm pretty much very sad if they have main deck Knight of Autumn. Deputy Detention's slightly easy to deal with. We have Lightning Bolt in the deck. So, Soul Herder decks. What do you have, Soul Herder decks? How many of you are running Night of Autumn? They're all running like one copy, so one copy of Night of Autumn, certainly beatable. So yeah, we want to rip a bolt, but if we can't, I probably want to G-Wish for a Assassin's Trophy, maybe Fiery Justice here. Surely they're not actually flickering that. Why would they do that? They've changed their mind and want to take the bird. Okay, so what this tells me is that they're not very experienced with the deck, because they could just flicker the Ice Fang and draw a card. That actually achieved nothing. So that makes very little sense to anyone. We could be super aggressive here and go looking for the Lightning Bolt off of a Cerulean Wisps. I'll fire one of them. Okay. So tempted to go get Fiery Justice because I'll tag them all on one thing. I'm using all my spells to try and... See, I could go green-white, get and wish for Assassin's Trophy and then blow this up and get my shit back, but it's a bit obvious. Oh, they don't have another counter spell, do they? Surely not. Path? There's such a weird line. Like they didn't... Oh, okay, right. That's less weird. I mean, it's not exactly what I would call the perfect line. Yeah, it just has to be Assassin's Trophy here, unfortunately. Yeah. It's kind of annoying. I'd like to destroy this and then be able to kill them all in one move. But I think I have to take the trophy just in case this Soul Herder gets a bit silly. Because this Ephemerate's going to draw them an extra card. I'm pretty sure I'm meant to hold this Assassin's Trophy until much later. Our opponent so far has definitely missed 1 point of damage and definitely missed one draw step out of an Ice Fang, so they really could have got more value out of this Soul Herder and haven't. That's more mana than I would have liked. We're basically dead. Not actually, but pretty close. Gonna fire off the Wisps, see if it gives me any information. Glittering Wish. Just change it a little bit. If I was to draw a land, I could Glittering Wish for Fiery Justice and blow this up. So I'm going to take this out because they've got an extra turn and that was going to do me 10 damage over the 2 turns. Or I was going to have to sacrifice my birds as a chump blocker, and I think keeping the birds is more important at this point. So yeah, the choice was lose the birds, get your Jeskai Ascendancy back, or the other option is keep your birds, don't get your Jeskai Ascendancy. And I played the Wisps because it did give me the information I wanted, which was have I got a way to kill this deputy, or do I have... oh no, they revealed force negation. I'm screwed. And I have another soul herder, but that's less important now, actually. The question is, do they have a blue card in hand? And you'd have to imagine the answer is always yes to that question. So I think we're out of this, but we still have an out or two. I guess technically I could peek. I'd like to see the bolts that are in our deck. That would certainly help. Pretty sure we can bait the opponent with the Glittering Wish as well. I'm pretty sure they'll just fire off the Force Negation. So if we were to draw exactly Bolt, we could play Glittering Wish, make them use their Force Negation, and then Bolt the Deputy, and then get our Jeskai Ascendancy, and then play Peak, and then have half a chance of comboing off. As it is, I think we have a chance of comboing off, but they'll let that resolve. So I mean, this is the only card that's got any text on it right now. Red, white, green. 3, 4, 5. Do you have any blue card with your Force of Negation? Yes, you do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess we're not actually dead, and Lightning Bolt is still an out. It's kind of crazy how long we've kept going. This is turn 7. That's got to be game. Except they're super greedy. All they had to do is pick up Force of Negation there. Oh, again, like they could pick up Ephemerate, they could generate value out of the Witness, and then pick up Force of Negation, and then use Soul Herder to dig with the Ice Fang. And well, they had an Ice Fang in hand, so they even had Force of Negation fodder. So this opponent isn't like experienced with this. Hi mate, how are you? Hope you're well. I'm just about to go a game down in match 2, so not feeling amazing. Oh, okay, so they are still picking up. They're still picking up the Force of Negation here. If they are, I'm pretty dead. Yep. Feels like I'm dead. So let's take a peek. Mostly to try and draw a card. There. And concede. Damn. I would have thought this was a pretty okay matchup. I'm not sure if I want Pyromancers. I definitely want Path. And I definitely want one of these two in the main. So I want one to be able to go fetch and one to actually cast. I think I'd rather cast the trophy, because this is 4 copies of Fiery Justice and it's the more powerful card, and this is 1 copy of... So like, what would you rather have 4 copies of? Fiery Justice or Assassin's Trophy? And it's definitely Fiery Justice. I'm going to trim a light up the stage. Gut Shot and Lightning Bolt are good. Not really... Let's trim that because the op didn't play it, the original list didn't play that card. So is this a Young Pyromancer matchup? I don't think it is. I don't think we're favoured playing long. I think I'll register this for this game, and then if we get a third game I might go down the Young Pyromancer route. I mean, it's close. It needs a land and a Jeskai Ascendancy, really. Yeah, that's the one I've copied. It's the same deck. I just I cut one light up the stage and added a mana morphos, because I kind of thought light up the stage was going to be pretty hit and miss, and it already has been. And I changed Book Decay for Assassin's Trophy because I think Trophy is just the better card. I think this is a mulligan. I want a mulligan. I don't think this is any better, actually. It's got better cantrips, but I'm going to mulligan that as well. This is good. This is a keep. So, gut shot, wisp done. I don't really like going down to 5 in my combo deck that requires an absolute boatload of cards to combo off, but hopefully we can get there with this. Maybe I should have left. I guess I have wear tear unless they're running like detention sphere or something. Damping sphere. Okay. Well, let's go get Jeskai Ascendancy. I'll try to. And then let's try and set up our draw. It's maybe a little loose, but ooh. Gut shot's actually pretty good here. I could go 1, 2, 3, Jeskai Ascendancy, play gut shot, loot this away and have a mana left. So I don't think I want this. I'm going to ship it. We have very, like, just low on resources here because we multi-5. Maybe that's why I should have just had the 7 visions. Oh, are you light on land? I hope so. Maybe I should... I can't afford to gut shot the Noble Hierarch here. Not in my turn when I have no other spells in hand. And we don't know if they're short on mana, so I don't think gut shot was ever the correct play there. Okay. Well, let's see if they have force negation. Whew, okay. Let's lead on a gut shot. Let's do some triggering. I'm going to try and make the biggest bird. We are very low on cards though, so... Right, Coated is not part of the combo this turn. So off it goes. It's worth keeping this Flooded Strand around just in case. Oh, that gut shot should have gone to head. I should have just been committing to the combo in case we draw light up the stage. Okay, well this is worth a mana, so the Flooded Strand loses something here because this is a draw spell. Opt is good. This might be a spot where I'm not meant to loot, but then I wouldn't mind finding Fate Stitcher, so I will loot. So I can make 2 mana, and then I can play Glittering Wish, but then I can't cast whatever I grab. So I think it just goes. Then we float a blue, untap, draw card, and then we float another blue, play opt. Definitely loot. Ditch that. Sky 1, draw a card. Doesn't draw a card, so I'm going to get rid of it. Ooh. Let's float. Play that. Yeah, I guess I have to loot again. Get rid of the bird. Take the wisp. This gets us pretty close. So make a blue. Make this guy blue. So add a red. If I loot here, I'm almost 100% discarding whatever I draw. I'm going to do it. Okay. Don't regret it too much. White, play this. So now, as long as we draw a spell off this one loot, we should be okay. And if not, we're not okay. We are not okay, but we swing for 7. And we can go again if we draw a spell next turn. If they have Deputy of Detention, we're basically screwed. If they have Deputy of Detention, we're all in on Lightning Bolt, and we put 1 to the bottom. Okay. What did they reveal? I think they revealed Coin Oracle. And we know they have a mana leak. They're not going to kill you at 16. No, that's true. Maybe I shouldn't play this, but it does give me some protection to like Path or something. And if they just fire off mana leak, that's fine. Definitely don't play this. We want to loot it away when we start casting spells. The good thing here is that when we do start casting spells, we get redraws, which so then mana leak's almost a blank. It's not quite a blank, but it's pretty close. Reveals. Unswept Teeth, okay. It's a good hit for them. Because clearly they're trying to hold up mana leak. So hitting a land is good for them because they want to be casting spells at the same time as all this other crap they're doing. As well as holding up mana leak. So Coin Oracle reveals. That's the one that we knew about. Reveals. No covered island. So yeah, they have 3 mana to be able to do what they want here. Might be a case of having Force of Negation and mana leak up here. I'm not going to fire that off. I don't think it's worth it. It takes a lot for them to combo in a turn. It takes like Eternal Witness, Ephemerate, Time Warp, so they need like 8 mana, 9 mana, 8. They're probably getting to that point now, but okay. It's definitely a one-of. I see it as a one-of all the time. This is really tricky. I'm going to just start. I'm just going to go. Because this is just going to get pretty big. And then creatures you control do a thing. So let's add a mana. Let's add a mana and a mana. Are they mana leaking the bolt? They are mana leaking the bolt. Well, that's okay. In fact, I could even just pay it. The amount of untaps I'm getting, I'm going to just pay it. Like I say, it makes light up the stage better. So we're going to go blue, white, because blue's the most important card, and white we've got one in our hand, and then we're going to loot. I'm going to discard a land, and we're going to loot. I'm going to discard a bird. We're going to bolt them. And then we're going to add a red and play Jeskai Ascendancy. Do all the same things again, so add a blue. Add a white, add a green for Glittering Wish on top. I'm going to loot because this is worse than a cantrip. And I'm going to do the same again because it's worse than a cantrip. And none of these are good. Both are lethal if they have nothing. So I guess we just go like this, swing, and see if they have the Ice Fang, but if they do, I can gut shot it. But I think they have it, so this works out just lovely. Die. Trigger, 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 trigger. I'm not going to loot, but I am going to untap and grow every guy. I have lethal. Do you have anything? Should have floated mana just in case they had another mana leak. I've just been very, very lazy. Do they have another Ice Fang? They have another Ice Fang, the bird dies, and I'm in a bit more trouble than I was 2 minutes ago. They do have another Ice Fang. God damn it. Well, at least this playing they coyoted out was correct then. I'm super scared of deputy detention all of a sudden. Well, go again. Soon, hopefully. That's... They're far from closing the game, but actually... Wow, that's a strange decision. They are far from closing the game, but then... I think I am at the minute. Like, closing the game for them is just locking it up. If I can't cast spells, they'll win the game. So, they're leaving me the Flesh Blood, like, Glittering Wish option here. I think I meant to play this and not loot. That's what I'm going to do anyway. Whether it's correct or not, I have no idea. So, let's float some mana just in case. Just some of our favourite colours. Yes, please. No, I don't want to loot, do I? I just want to have a big creature. It's not a spell. Opt light the stage. I don't really need mana, do I? So let's just pass. I'm just amazed that the Knight of Autumn didn't take this. Winters pick up Ephemerate, flicker it, kill this. Like, I'm just so dead to that. They've played pretty poorly. Potentially I have. But somehow they're still in this game. They have 7 power now, so they're getting closer. I really shouldn't have tapped the Carotid though. The third one. Just leave it untapped and leave my options open and have a blocker. It's a bizarre set of circumstances. So we have the opt. So let's opt. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah. White, blue, nothing. Leave it untapped. Loot, because we have Temple Garden. Loot again, because we have Mana Confluence. I feel like our draws have been pretty unlucky. Loot. No, don't loot. I like peak, that's okay. Square that to the bottom because it's crap. Okay. Let's have a look. Please. I think we might get there now. So we loot away that, and then we stop looting because we don't need to. Look at their hand. Realise it's Disdainful Stroke and nothing else. Return this. And then we tap this. Yes, I would like to tap the Ice Fang. Play 7 Visions. Whoa, Motto. Untap. Tap this. Yes. Add blue, yes. Untap. Tap this, yes. Add red. Untap. Draw a card. Yes. Discard Fate Stitcher. Stop looting because peak's fine. We just need to like play 1 or 2 more spells and this will be big enough for lethal and we know their hand. Bottom, top. Play. Let's just have another Fate Stitcher, might as well. I could actually just attack 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, we have lethal, let's just attack. Come on, Motto, you can get these triggers on there. Go! No. No point. No point. They're dead. Done. 11U. Sweet. Okay, use a little bit of clock there. I think I am kind of interested in these. I don't think I am interested in those. They just seem really weird. Trim the trophy again. There's a chance that they've got something nasty that I care about. Maybe I can run 1 less of them since I have Pyromancers. Seems kind of wrong to me, but well, I think I drew pretty poorly in that game in all honesty, but we got there. Oh man. So if this finds a thing, I could play this on 2 and this on 3. This on 2, this on 3 is probably good enough, but it has to find a land, and there's only 16 in the deck, so 15 left. This is pretty tight. I don't know if there's anyone in chat that can help me with this. Hi. What's the maths thing called? I know there's maths. Hyperbolic. Was it? I don't know. I don't know where to find the maths. I think we mulligan. This is better. Yeah, we'll keep this. And I'll ship one of these 2. Gut shot. I'm kind of just in the market for stuff that finds. Jeskai Ascendancy, and this at least does draw a card. I actually don't think I really need the land at this point. So I'm going to put that on the bottom. I'm going to keep the sleight of hand because next time we'll play Coyoted, and then hopefully I could play another Coyoted and a Scry or a sleight of hand or an opt the turn after. So I'm going to get another couple of draw steps and a couple of looks of sleight of hand. They're not the quickest deck, so as long as we're not dead, we've got a chance, obviously. Clinical is so good when it's a draw spell. when it's a ramp spell, sorry, rather than just a draw card. But yeah, they can't interact with this mana dock, so that gives us a bit of protection, really. They revealed Noble Hierarch. They're holding up 2 mana. So why would there be a list mixing Twiddlestorm and Ascendancy somehow with Fate's Edge Revealer Glue that holds it? Possibly. Can't say I haven't looked. It's got hexproof means we can still look ourselves, right? So do I want to sleight of hand or opt? I think I want to opt. So I'll end step opt. I don't want to give them, if they are on Mana Leak, I'm pretty sure they're on Mana Leak here. I don't want to give them a target right now, because it will give them a way to use their mana, and them not using their mana is positive for our tempo. Hierarch is fine. And we know they have a 2 mana spell in hand, because otherwise they don't... What word am I trying to say? Otherwise they play the Hierarch last turn. Opt. Glittering Wish. I think I'm going to top that. But I think I'm going to just go Young Pyromancer, draw spell, and just see if we can get in front. That's the aim, anyway. So like now we can go Wisp, untap, make a dude. And if we can do enough of this, then Jeskai Ascendancy won't take much to actually kill them. Ooh, that's a nice one. Another Young Pyromancer and then Sleight of Hand. And then next turn we have 5 mana to be able to Glittering Wish and play something. I might even want this Lightning Bolt. I'm going to take the Lightning Bolt. I might just like Glittering Wish for Fiery Justice, try and keep the board clean, and then get these Young Pyromancers flowing. Damn. Well, that puts this out of bolt range and makes the Fiery Justice line a little weaker. We know they have Night of Autumn. So again, they're not playing the Night of Autumn or anything else. They're keeping mana up, so I think they've got Mana Leak still. So the question is, how do we force that Mana Leak out of their hand and still get good value? I could actually play a Jeskai Ascendancy and dodge Mana Leak, so I think that's what I'm going to try and do. Take Jeskai Ascendancy and then play this and just play out Fate Stitcher. We're hurting ourselves, but they do need to try and kill quite a few things. Is that Mana Leak? Go on. Mana Leak, the card that I like in my graveyard. There's 7.5 minutes left on our clock, so we have to be careful, because our combo turns are quite slow. But the thing with this Jeskai Ascendancy is it's going to act as an anthem for the elemental tokens, so I've got a guest viewer. Okay, tanking over whether to monolith this. I mean, it's almost definitely wrong to monolith this, but like I say, I think he's fairly new to the deck that he's playing. It's a lot of little things that could have done better in the previous couple of games. Yeah, and then monolith it. That's okay. Fate Stitcher is just fine hanging out down there. Does make me think they might have another counter spell. But if it's a counter spell like Mana Leak, I can get around that. If it's Force of Negation, I can't. So they're going to pick up Mana Leak or pick up Path. They've picked up Path. So now we're only really in trouble if they have and I happen to know his normal basics. We're only really in trouble here if they have Force of Negation for this Jeskai Ascendancy. In that spot we are in deep doo-doo. But we can pay for Mana Leak, we can interact with their board. I think I meant to bolt that. I want to hold my bolt. I'm not going to bolt it. I'm going to just try and pay for the Mana Leak. Because once we do that, we've got like infinite mana. Not infinite, but we have a good amount of mana. And the opponent's given us plenty of reason to think that they'll misplay and pick up the Path to Exile. Yep, okay. Ooh, okay. This is funny actually. I could play the Ascendancy. If they have a Force of Negation, I could play an... Yes, okay. So they used another Force of Negation to do that. So then... But they had mana to tap. Yeah, everything gets buffed by Ascendancy, which is sweet. So I've had to do it this way because we need the spare... It's going to path this now. But we need the spare red. So we might not get there. But we're going to give it a go. We basically have one loot to try and find a spell that lets us go off. Because now we go blue, white, red, Ascendancy, and then this bolt doesn't work, does it? It just loots. Crap, that's not good. They're down to one card, which is Night of Autumn. Oh no. Oh, I've royally screwed up thinking I could get there like this. So I'm going to have to bolt the Eternal Witness, so I'll send these guys in. Bolt the Eternal Witness. I have to do that because they're going to get back all these good spells, so I have to do that. And now they have Night of Autumn for my Jeskai Ascendancy. And I haven't killed them, and I only really have Waterlogged Grove to do anything with, so I'm pretty... It was my own stupid fault for trying to get the second Ascendancy into play. I couldn't let them have another Force of Negation, so I am miles behind all of a sudden. Especially since my mana base is like... Well, my mana base is an 11 damage so far. I think... Had I just not played this second Ascendancy out, I think, and not played the Fate Stitcher, I could have won this game. As it is, I think we might lose. Is that another witness? Oh. They're picking up Force of Negation with no blue cards in hand. But then they can witness back a Mana Leak, I guess. Well, these tokens are going to have a use at least. I have a long time to try and find something to get me out of trouble, but I don't have. But that's only like, yeah, I just don't. What did he pick up? He targeted his other Eternal Witness, so he has no blue, so he's left himself open, but I have to draw like a god. I don't think there's even a draw that can do it after that. No. So, has Force Negation, Eternal Witness in hand. So we're pretty screwed. I'm going to play out the birds. More as a decoy than anything. Maybe they pick up Path again. Maybe I'm meant to keep that as a looter. Something to discard later. It's fine off these Eternal Witnesses, and picking up bad cards is okay. You pick up Mana Leak. Yep. So now they have Mana Leak, Force Negation, +1. Soul Herder is now big enough to kill me whichever way you look at it. So these Eternal Witnesses aren't actually doing a great deal now, and he's figured that out, so he's drawing a card instead. And it's an Ice Fang. We're pretty dead. We are pretty dead. The value has happened. Reflector Mage. Okay. Well, that's going to start to hurt when they start flickering. Actually, two of my creatures have hexproof, so... Ooh, here come the boys. So, soak up that damage. I take 1, 2, 3, go to 6. I have like a turn or two. And no real draws that can get me out of this. Would be my guess. Because they have 2 Force Negations. Yeah, I think I'm going to scoop. I don't think this is happening. Damn, and it's definitely my fault. They've got Deputy Detention now as well. It's not... Yeah, that's me done. Damn, that was poor play by me. I definitely think I could have won that third game. Just don't play the second Ascendancy. I just miscounted how many cards I have in my hand afterwards. I assumed the Gut Shot drew me a card, but it doesn't, it just loots. So, that was pretty poor. A bit of rust, I think we'll call it. This is okay. I think these are my 2 best cantrips for finding the second land, so that's what we'll try and do. If we find the second land, we'll get the Kiteed, and if we do that, this should stick. So, and with this, there's a good chance here that we can kill on 3, so that's pretty good for Modern. Pretty good. On the plate, it's like amazing, right? There's not too many decks that are gonna... I mean, there are a few decks that can kill us on 2, but not too many. Yeah, I'm in the market for both of those, so... The land lets me cast the plant, and the one of my foes helps me combo. But not against a Thoughtseize deck. I maybe... Yeah, I need... Oh, shuffle away. Get red, white. Yeah. Blood Crypt untapped is usually Living End. No. Okay, so in that case they have Bolt or Push and didn't have a target, and they thought they would. So we have them on like Quistic Shadow, I guess. In a bad hand at that. Blue, red, white. We're going to go for it. As soon as they have blue mana open, it makes it harder for us. So I'm going to give it a go. Doing it with a plant's not the easiest, but I'll give it a go. We have the birds to discard, so off it goes. Do a damage, yay! Then peek, see what we're up against. This lets us know whether we want to Fate Stitcher, I suppose. We have another thing to discard, so we will loot. Discard a plant. Let's have a peek. Bolt, push, Snapcaster, Royal Scions. Okay. Gutshot may seem stupid, but if you're playing Gutshot mostly for the free cast, isn't Natural Survival? Natural Survival is a good card in this, yeah. Or at least it can be a good card in this. The Gutshot's turning on light up the stage, I think, is the main reason it's here. But both cards are very playable. Natural Survival used to be in these lists. I don't like either of these cards, honestly. I'm probably going to loot away these bolt effects. Well, Gutshot can turn on this, actually, so let's not talk too soon about what we're discarding. Oh, man. Okay, I don't need a second one of them. I can cast a land, so let's add a green, Gutshot. Hi mate, how are you doing? I'm like muddling my way through playing this deck. Discard this, do a damage. Play Glittering Wish for Scar Scale. And this is hard. Loot. Discard bird. Get Scar Scale, which will... We're not exactly rich on mana or cards. They do have a bolt in hand. This has felt hard. I thought we would be pretty comfortable getting there now, but obviously not. We're down to one card. I would like to loot. Light Up the Stage should be a good card here. Red Stage, cast Respectacle. Loot. Get rid of the Fate Stitcher, which will die, but opponent likes it because he's not seen it before, which is sweet. Oh, we hit 2 lands. Oh, we've just fizzled. It's unbelievable. All that, and we fizzled. Oh, God. I fizzled, and they have Bolt Push, so this is dead. And I'm nearly dead. Yeah, kill that. Do you know, I've played this deck a lot before, and I've never really struggled to combo. Like, it's pretty good at getting there when you have the pieces in hand, and maybe this Gutshot Lightning Bolt version just isn't as good at that. Would be my gut instinct. But we're going to try again. I'm going to get this bolted, first of all. Because things only get worse from here, don't they? So let's just have another go. Hi Valan, how are you anyway? I know you've just joined us. Yeah, so that gets the bolt treatment. Still on taps. And then we red-green play this. I know what colours I meant to add here, but let's loot. we are okay for mana, so we just need cards, which means not drawing lightning bolts and gut shots, basically. I would like to draw a card, yes. I would like to discard a card. I'm actually tempted just to cast this Fate Stitcher. It'll eat a bolt, so let's have a blue and a green. Go on then, let's have another opt. Just don't have enough cards here, I don't think. Oh, we might get there. Let's get the Fate Stitcher back. I think I'm going to start by just tapping this. Yes. Add blue. Sleight of hand. Don't loot because we have good cards. No. Take a crap card. Play this, loot. We could play a land from exile. Oh no. I'm struggling. Bottom. Bottom. We have mana for days. Now that's a mode I didn't expect to use on this, but it's actually a good thing to have access to, I guess, so that's a good thing. We might get there, actually. Not going to loot. I'm going to do that. Ooh, okay. Okay, this might be enough now, so let's untap this. Yes. Let's gut shot you for the red. Don't loot. Gut shot you. Add a red. Add a blue. Cast that with spectacle. Don't loot. Nope. Glittering Wish. Yes. White, green. Glittering Wish. Oops, should have added mana. Don't loot. Play Glittering Wish, yes. Get Flesh Blood. Red, green. Blood. You choose that creature you control to deal damage to that. Yeah. Is this enough now? 8, 16, yeah. Oof, that was hard work. My opponent's nice, so I'm going to be nice. Pretty much. Right. I'm not sure. They're on like Grixix. I hate that word. They're on black, blue, red. Burr. They're on Burr spells. What do I want against Burr? I don't know. Honestly, I could just like run it back. I think gut shot's at its best here. So therefore I don't think light up the stage is. Young Pezzy gives them something different to think about, but they're a bolt and push deck, so they're going to have something to deal with it every time. So I just don't think it's worth bringing in. So I'm going to keep that because it is a cantrip, and I'm going to keep. I'm bringing Silence. Our opponent's good. We like this opponent. I have no idea what I'm doing, if I am honest. Turn target spell to its owner's hand. Choose a card name, they can't play it. I'm actually good with Peak. I don't know my opponent's deck well enough to actually bring this. I'll let you know if I'm sent to win so that you can scoop if you want. But this deck has a high fail rate, so don't scoop too soon. I don't know if I want silence or if I just want Pezzy. Maybe Pezzy gives them something to think about with their Thoughtseizes and Inquisitions, I guess. Just have a couple of them. I'm not sure silence is the card you want against the Thoughtseize deck. I kind of... The opponent's a good guy. I like having a fun opponent. I mean, yeah, they're a Thoughtseize deck, they're a Bolt deck, they're a Push deck. Fate Stitcher plus 2 cantrips is just totally fine. You can't expect to keep your perfect 7 when you play a deck like this. That's a bit of a piss take though. We're 4 of our 16 lands in our hand, and then we drew a 5th. That's pretty poor. Poor form from our deck. I'm not fetching and shocking too aggressively because I think they could close the door pretty quickly on us. And again, the more Thoughtseize and Inquisitions they play, the less I want to have drawn into my what's it called? Jeskai Ascendancy. I don't want to draw it too soon and just like get it stacked. So I'll just start off with the Breeding Pool. Play a tapped land and play 7 Visions. So hopefully there's a Jeskai at the top that I can tuck. There isn't, but those are 2 cards that I never want to see again, so they can go to the bottom. I'm going to think twice before shuffling with Flooded Strand, so they get a free opt. Dreadhor's nice, and maybe it was worth bringing Path just for that 1 card. Because it is pretty good. We need some sort of payoff in the next sort of 10 turns. There's some sort of... I mean, we've seen the Royal Scions, and they've got this Arcanist, so there's some sort of like fake looting deck, basically. A pretend faithless looting deck. Let me just... Okay. We take 1. That bit's really manageable. It's the rest that I don't... The rest of the text I don't like. Inquisition. Oh. Well, that's kind of like... It's kind of like a blank. Really. I'm probably going to shuffle. It's not a blank, obviously, but the main issue here is that they get a second one off the Dreadhor. Ooh, that's a good draw. Unfortunately, I'm going to lose Peak next turn. Pretty safe to say I'm losing Peak. There's no point in firing it off because then the Peak disappears and they got to look at a better card, potentially. Peak is like... It's the best card in our hand of bad cards, so I'd much rather they took Peak than a Glittering Wish, a Jeskai Ascendancy, a Young Pyromancer. There's like 1,000. Ooh, that's nasty. Nice little bit of tech. I did not think of Edicts, especially when they stuck on 2 lands. They don't come about too often. So yeah, so let them take Peak. If I'd have fired it off and I totally whiff, they just take Cerulean Wisps. And if I fire it off and hit a better card, they take the better card. So I'd just rather they took the Peak. Maybe they take the Wisps because it's got a bit of a combo. Yeah, kind of makes sense. And I probably I probably cast Fate Stitcher. Kind of stops this nonsense, kind of. I'm sure they're going to have an answer. Well, they have an answer there, but they can't cast it yet, so I'm going to get a basic island. They're not a path deck. I don't think they're a Field of Ruin deck. And this saves me some life. I'll play this out. Oh, they do get it back, don't they? Oh, this is stupid. This is a dumb line. They get the free Anglass right when they want it, so kind of dumb. But then again, if the Anglass is gone, the character's got a chance of resolving. Plus, the Fate Stitcher's got text in the graveyard, so it's maybe not the worst play I've ever made, but I don't think it's optimal. Kind of for this reason. If I was to rip Jeskai Ascendancy now, I have a chance. For definite. Because we get Fate Stitcher back, play Jeskai Ascendancy, and they can't kill the Fate Stitcher with 1 mana open. Yeah. Let's try and get a Ascendancy into play, but there could be a spell pierce here, which is why I wanted to draw exactly Ascendancy, not wish for it. Right, so they can put me to 9. Yeah, that resolving, pretty impossible. Yeah, pretty impossible for him to get rid of this. I just panicked that might say enchantment. I kind of knew it didn't because it has red in it. And if you've ever played Amulet Titan, you'll know that it's pretty hard to remove Blood Moon with just red mana. I've looked a lot of times to find something that could just, I could use the red lands that I had to destroy Blood Moon, but I think the cheapest way of doing that's something like 6 mana. So, and it's like destroy target permanent. It's just like, ugh. Can't do that in Modern. The potential issue we have here is like, it's maybe K command. They like to draw basically any spell. There are only 8 lands left in the deck. There are only 7 lands left in the deck. Do I dare? If I... Look, there's a chance that they mess up here. I'm going to unearth it, and then I'm going to untap this, and with the trigger on the stack, I hope they use a removal spell like K command, and then I can peek, and it'll grow. If they don't do that, the risk here is that if it fails, I'm basically dead, because I can't get a dark into play. It's very difficult to get a dark into play, but I felt like the opponent not knowing the deck and seeing a trigger on the stack, they would probably respond. And the reason I wanted a spell was so that I could fire a spell and then respond again. Last time I able to know cards in its owner's graveyard. Well, this isn't going to work, in short. But we're going to try. We just want some cards. Ooh, well, that's a card. Oh dear. Well, so they can kill this. They can kill my plant like 1, 2, 3 times. I mean, sweet what they're doing, but okay, done. I'm done looking. Destroy type creature for it gets exiled, doesn't it? Yeah. Let's loot. haven't dealt them any damage, have I? No. So what are we even getting? Well, actually, we're pretty screwed. But not as screwed as I thought. I could play another one of them. Let's just get failure comply for some unknown reason. See if this lets me speculate. I don't think it will. If they've lost life, then the Bloodstained Mire would trigger it. Pretty sure that's not a thing. Oh, okay. Well, I'll fire it off then. I'm just looking for Fate Stitches. It's my only real chance of winning this game. They are out of instant speed removal. Right, well, let's leave that there. And let's exile 2 spells that we like. Okay, let's just pass a turn. And let's just see if we can fade a good draw step. That pumps that. That's really nice. That lets them cast these cards. But yeah, basically they had to draw an instant speed piece of interaction there, because otherwise I'm going to play this Fate Stitcher and try and go off. That doesn't really matter. Oh, and they took the wrong one. Oh, no, they didn't. They were going to take both. So that could well be game. This it's a bit tight. We're a bit low on actual cards, but the Fate Stitcher itself is going to... It's going to be 3 power. 4, because I can aftermath this. Then, and these are both free because of this, so there's no need to fire them off to be like mana efficient. Right, so we know their hand. It's all sorcery speed shit. Awkward. But not that awkward, actually. We just play it and don't loot. I should have Fate Stitchered first. It costs 1 less if I Fate Stitcher first. We are fine on mana, and we're going to just loot. As best we can. Right, so that's fine. Let's not loot. We're just going to hope to draw something in the next couple of cards with these. Seize, Sound Vision and Opt. So that's nothing. That's nothing. That's something. So that's fine. And then we can Opt. Tap 2 permanents. So we know there's a sleight of hand on top. So a blue source. We know we might want to cast a Glittering Wish if we ever draw it, so some type of white source. And we can opt 1 because we've got a bad card in hand, and then loot 1, and then we won't loot again because we have a good card in hand. Then we'll opt, and we'll put it on the bottom because we don't need it. And then we will... Oh, I think that just about gets us there. Sleight of hand. So this is now 7 power, 8, 9. Yeah, this is just about enough. Yes, untap. Untap this, untap this. Ah, that was wrong, actually. I should have tapped that instead of untapped that. So now I can't really loot, so I won't. That one. pull your face. Tap that. Yes. Untap. Untap that. Yes. Untap. I have a 9 power guy, and I have them on 8. Whew. These games are long. GG. I've not seen Dreadheart and Skyrim. We were pretty lucky how we drew that last game out, but yeah, I'm glad we had a nice opponent and we 2-0'd. I'm going to take a break. I've been streaming an hour and a half. We've only got 3 games done, so we will be doing this budget series matches in 2 parts, and I've got to say I'm pretty unlikely to 3-2 at this stage. I think the deck's honestly, I don't know how the guy 5-0'd with it. I really don't. I have not liked this part of the deck, and that's where the innovation was for the guy. And like, fair play, like he's 5-0'd and has innovated, which is sweet, it's proper cool. But doesn't make it good. And like, mana base has been super painful. And yeah, it's just not been amazing. Like at this stage when it's 1 mana C2 cards, it is pretty good actually. It just doesn't happen often enough. And like, once you're mid combo, if you haven't gut shotted or bolted that turn, it becomes very difficult to do the more damage with like a bird and then still combo off, because any mana that you floated you're going to lose, and you lose your combat step, so then you're reliant fully on Glittering Wish Flesh Blood. So I haven't enjoyed that part of the deck just yet. Doesn't mean I won't, but as someone pointed out, Notch Revival's an option, and that's always been fairly okay, because if you... The thing is, Light Up the Stage is kind of unique in that it's a 2-for-1, or 2-for-1 mana even. But then Nagging Thoughts used to be run in this slot as a 1 of or a 2 of, and although it doesn't look like a 2-for-1, it kind of is, because when you loot, it draws you a card. So you're turning a 0 card into a card, whereas Light Up the Stage is turning a 1 card into 2, so that's turning 0 into 1. So it kind of does the same. Nagging Thoughts costs an extra mana, and it also... So it costs extra mana, which is worse. It costs 1 less to cast during non-combo turns, which is better. It puts Fate Stitches in the graveyard, which is good, whereas Light Up the Stage actually exiles them from the game, which is bad. And Light Up the Stage needs set up, and Nagging Thoughts sort of doesn't. So you could easily just go, right, Nagging Thoughts, Noxious Revival... and look, I have a really similar curve to what I had before, because I have some 0s and I have some 1-for-2s, and these cards are probably, like, that's better against stuff that's blowing up that, and it's better against stuff that are blowing up that, and this is better than this when you, as a standalone Magic card. But then the flip side is Gutshot can blow up Thalia, which is a pretty key card. And Lightning Bolt's just a decent card. It's got plenty of targets in Modern, so I'll play the next 2 matches later on, and we will decide then whether we like what we've got. But currently, dislike, down thumb. But like, thumbs up to the guy for like innovating on an old deck. When you could just play Emery with Jeskai Ascendancy and win the challenge, this guy did something cool and innovated on an old list. So I'm like, all thumbs up for that. I just haven't loved how it's felt just yet, and it actually feels like Like maybe there's one too many of them and one too few of them, because this is one of your best cards. So a few little things that I might change at the end, but we'll do a proper wrap up later. So thanks for watching. I will get this on the website at some point, budgetmodernmagic.com, and up on YouTube and all over the place. But we'll finish the matches soon. Right, bye for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.